Yeah, hold it, baby, will you? You're laying yourself wide open for another phone call.
Well, you know,
After
you
bits.
get that. Extra
Drinking the Maestro
bits.
bits.
I don't want
Everybody
no.
loves a good
no. No.
I was thinking more bacon bits. You're the one taking it to a dark place.
Well, because I have to be the gatekeeper because there might be somebody out there. Welcome to Drake and the Maestro bonus episode.
Yeah, we're doing the bits. We're doing a little shorter kind of couple of things. When we have update about the Frontier situation.
Brought to you by 1-800-SLOPE ME.
Always brought to you by Slope Me. We get the Frontier situation here. So finally, I had enough. I had enough Frontier's crap for an exorbitant amount of money.
We're talking about the Frontier internet that we were talking about earlier.
Not the final Frontier, not space. The internet, which is a bit spacey. I got rid of Frontier internet at my house because I got tired of having slightly faster than dial-up speeds most of the time. So
basically, you were getting basically satellite internet with none of the fun and
with none of the benefits. Of sometimes it's faster and sometimes it's slower. This was just slow all the time, and it was cable internet, and the Wi-Fi was slow. And if I tried to watch on my phone or my Xbox or do both, any kind of combination there, no.
So you're asking me to watch the security cameras or anything like that, and it's just
don't try to look at the Ring doorbell because it looks like a Jackson Pollock painting or a Van Gogh painting.
What's worse is the little thing beeps and there's the only notifications that I have on my phone are for the security cameras. Everybody else can wait till I'm darn good and ready to check for messages and whatnots. And I press on the thing to look at the thing to look at the picture, and it looks like it's when it finally comes up. It looks like it's underwater, and then eventually it adapts, and I can see blurry things, and then okay.
Yeah,
but then, of course,
Van Gogh painting. It looks like it was painted with oils with a broad brush and a trowel. It just it looks like a 70s film where they smear Vaseline on the lens to get that kind of fuzzy, hazy look. It's that. It shouldn't be because those cameras are for pretty good resolution. So I got fed up with it. I got home for a little bit of a break from being on the road, and I went to play a game on my Xbox, and it needed an update, and a fairly large one at that, like 30 gigs. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have to play that one. I can play this other one. That one needed an update. It was also like 30, 40 gigs. And for that to download, it would take...
gigs.
Oh, Call of Duty alone is 100 every time.
See, boys and girls, this is where I'm...
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about this. The listeners out there that know, if you don't know, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So finally, after the third game that needed an update, that was several gigs, more than 10. To give you a frame of reference of how slow this is, every 10 gigs would take about 20 hours to download, which is crazy in this day and age. So I went and bought T-Mobile home internet for ostensibly a third of the cost of the Frontier internet.
Oh, it was cheap.
Yeah,
it was cheap.
Because Frontier was about 100, T-Mobile's about 40 if you have a voice line, 50 if you don't.
So if you know your percents and your gazintas, you would know that's $40, $100. So if you're paying $100, now you're paying $40. What percent or per 100 is that?
I can't reduce numbers.
How many dollar a dues? If you were paying 100, now you're paying
40%. It's
60%.
It's a 60% law. It's a 60% saving. Yes, I can do the math.
I don't know.
I just don't want.
I don't know what that translates into quatloos, but I can tell you that it's 1-to-1 with dollar a dues.
Yeah, we don't know what the dollar a due exchange is either, so we're just lost here. That's and I bring that home. I set it up. It takes about 2-3 minutes and get it all set up. I named it FBI van because I think I'm funny. And
I thought that's funny. Yeah, FBI van.
FBI van. It's always funny when a new Wi-Fi pops up and it's named FBI van. That to me is a classic joke.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's I've seen it, in my travels.
Yeah, I think when I get home again, I'm going to change it to Secret Service van.
keep changing it around.
Just keep changing it every quarter or so. Keep the password the same, but keep changing the name. Just looks like different agencies are moving in and out. But all those updates that I had to do, it was like 4 or 5, probably totaled somewhere. I actually have an exact number, but rough memories, about 190 gigs was what everything totaled to, right?
Yeah.
Took 8 hours. It was done there. Most of them were done overnight. I set it up. I did a little bit of playing around on it on the Xbox, and then just went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, they were all done.
See, this is an area I have a hard time adding color because gaming.
Gaming speed limits. That's the other short thing we're going to do here is speed limits. The speed limit.
There's something I know about. I know all about breaking them.
I do. I know a fair amount. I've gotten a few speeding tickets in my day, in my short time drive, my short, almost 20 years driving.
When I was younger, oh man. I mean,
you were the king of speeding tickets out of the two of us.
When DA opens up my abstract in the folder, when they look at your driving record, they
it's a pop-up
abstract. Well, it pops up and then unravels and piles up on the floor.
Right, like a magic card trick. They just start spraying out of the book.
I got no chance. I'm done.
So, because my career is so closely tied to my license, I like to protect my license. So I follow what I call daily driven exotic rules, which is their joke is always they only do 5 over, and I actually only do 5 over. But it's usually 4 or 5 over. That's it. That's as fast as I'll go over the speed limit. 90% of the time. Sometimes you got to feed some speed to your ride, but 90% of the time I'm doing speed limit or just a little over the speed limit. And it's called a speed limit for a reason. That is as fast as you are supposed to go. I understand mitigating circumstances for some people. Maybe they need to go a little faster.
Unless you're driving by Indiana country rules, and then it's 63.
It's whatever.
Minimum.
It's minimum. It's apparently speed limits are just a suggestion now. It's or even not even a suggestion. They're an afterthought.
When there's three troopers for the whole state,
right.
unless you're in an urban area,
It got passed by most of my trips in Illinois, they get passed by every single person on the road unless there was traffic coming the other direction, and then they're so close behind me I can't see their headlights on their car.
Yeah.
It's like,
drafting.
Why?
It's like NASCAR.
What have I done to you that you feel the need to give my car a free trunk inspection?
You're barely doing 55. What are you talking about?
Right, it's just the whole car's and you're just trying not to die at 55. And then you go and get in your brand new car. I was guilty of it. I had been driving the Volvos and stuff like that, and I got my brand new Tiguan, and I caught myself doing 95 on 57 because there was no drama. There was nothing. The car just went. And I think that's what's happened. Everybody's kind of aged up into newer cars now, and they're so quiet and safe that they don't realize, I don't think they really realize how fast they're really going.
Well, right. That's like when our friend, the state trooper, said, and she was telling me this, and I find this hilarious. She pulls over a little Toyota, or little rice biter, going 112, right? District 10.
Yep.
And the excuse is, I couldn't have been going that fast, officer. My car isn't shaking yet.
Right. That's exactly my point.
It's right.
It happened
it proves your point.
Yeah. It happens. She got a new car. She didn't even get a new car. She got new tires. And she got pulled over on 115 for doing 80 miles an hour in a 55.
Yeah. Well,
And the cop was like, What were you thinking? What were you doing? And she goes, I was listening for the tire noise. She got so used to the crappy, loud tires she had been using for years that she just judged her speed by how loud the tires were.
So what I'm learning here,
tires, they were super quiet.
So what I'm learning here is that the thing with the dial in front of you is meaningless, right? It's useless.
Pointless.
It's just like turn signals. Useless.
Also, that most Google Maps show you how fast you're going somewhere on that giant television mounted to your dashboard that they call an infotainment screen.
And on some cars, I noticed they now have the speed on the steering wheel, on the top of the rim.
Oh, like on the top of the lip?
Yeah, where like if you're in a race car, you have that white, or you have the tape to show you where your straight ahead position is.
Yeah, okay, the tape. Okay, yeah.
So where you're straight ahead, this is your wheel position for straight ahead.
This is your center.
Yeah. So in the straight ahead position on the wheel rim is a display, and it shows your speed.
or they have heads-up displays. A lot of new cars have heads-up displays that show you
But
how
apparently,
fast they're going.
all those efforts are pointless.
Relevant. That's why irrelevant.
Right. And why is it that all cars, pretty much all cars now, a high majority of them, a great majority, all have cruise, and it works.
Oh yeah.
Why is it we're driving, looking at our smartphone and pedaling the car? Why are we not on cruise?
But yeah, if you're gonna be distracted by the smartphone, which I don't recommend in any circumstances, put the phone down.
Drake and the Maestro
car.
does not advocate driving with your. In fact, we advocate taking and throwing it out the window.
Yeah. I found myself doing it the other day. Not holding my phone, but just having the urge to reach for it and look up something.
Yeah, you
I
want
had a
another
thought in
donut
my
incident.
head.
No
Yeah,
other
yeah, we
no
don't want
donut
another
incident.
donut. No, I had just had the thought in my head like, oh, I want to look this up, and I reached for my phone and went, what am I doing? Why am I? No, that can wait. But it just,
I'm going
it was
100 miles
there.
an hour. What am I thinking?
Yeah, right. Hey, I was only doing 5 over.
Okay. You know what? That's your story. You stick to it. You make sure you tell your lawyer when
I will. Thank you for the non-legal advice.
It's what I do.
We are not lawyers. We are not cops. We cannot give you legal or financial advice. Don't take any of that from us.
Although we've tried being both, and look at how it worked out.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, but I did play one on TV once. I did say I did. What was that ad for on TV that was on TV forever? I did stay at a Motel 6 last night.
Yes, right.
This can be a long bits. We better wrap these bits up.
I know. I went to Northwestern Law School.
That's true. That
on
is
a
true.
bet.
So those are the.
That's a story for another time.
That's a story for another podcast.
Tune in for more of whatever this is next time you find us on wherever finer podcasts are broadcast.
Podcasts, streamings, feed finders, OnlyFans.
Channel 3 on your analog television. I don't know. Wherever.
Yeah. And an old lady's toaster in Bartlett.
No, none of this OnlyFans. No.
No, nobody wants to see that.
No.
Somebody might, but
Farmers Only is as far as I'll go.
That's what I was thinking of. Farmers Only.
Yeah.
Wrong
Farmers
only
Only.
website. I did. Boy, the YouTube's got to me earlier today. I was listening to a story about an OnlyFans. Anyway,
let's just end this.
Let's old yeller this before it goes any further.
That's right. See you next time.